Hello and welcome to This Week in Campbell Football. I'm Chris Ameyer alongside head coach of Campbell Football, Mike Minner. And coach, it was Campbell's first loss of the season. They played Presbyterian, an FCS scholarship crew, and once they got used to the speed of everything, they held their own, but they just dug themselves too deep of a hole.
No doubt. I think when we came out and the goal down 17, 3 possessions, each guys had about 3 possessions. They go down, score a touchdown, 3 and out for us. That's like a turnover. They then go down, score some more points, and before you know it, it's 17-0. And then we woke up, and then we started to play Campbell football. The offense kind of got us started with the long pass to Trey Sanders across the middle. We got a rhythm going, and then we was able to put up some points, and I think the extra point hurt. We needed that momentum to keep going, because right after that, I think they got the long return to kind of set them up to get some more points on the board, and you just can't allow that in the special teams area. But I really felt good about my football team coming out of halftime. These guys got back to center after the dismal first quarter, and came out and really outplayed them in the second half. And that sounds a lot like, did Presbyterian take their foot off the gas pedal, or did you guys just look good in the second half? And it was, we looked good in the second half. And really at one point, it's 24-14, and we just get a turnover on special teams, and we got blocked in the corner of the end zone. He catches that ball 9 out of 10 times, and it, barely gets out of his hands. It's 21-24, right? And it's a different fourth quarter that you got to deal with if you Presbyterian on the other side of the field. So we had our opportunities. Here's the difference in the game, and it's a difference in every game. They capitalized, we did not, right? And that was a difference. So, but again, I love the effort. I love the fact that it didn't take us a half or a whole 3 quarters to start playing good football. It took us 15 minutes, which is still too long, all right, but we're getting better in that arena. And then we started playing good football. So I'm proud of the fact that the guys didn't give up. I'm proud of the fact that there wasn't no bickering on the sideline. Everybody still believed in each other. We just knew we had a slow start. And, you got to give Presbyterian a lot of credit, because they came out ready. They was efficient. They made the plays that needed to make in that first quarter, which put them up 17 points, which then hurt you and put you in the hole. So all in all, man, it's a lot to learn from. It's a lot to learn from for our football team, and we just got to take this defeat, take all the nuggets out, and learn from it and grow from it, and I think that's what we're doing.
You mentioned everybody settled down, including your defense. Mm-hmm. Your defense was really tough. Daniel Bostic, one of your seniors that has been here through your whole coaching career here, he sets a single-game record in tackles.
Well, Bostic is that type of guy that this game was going to be big, because they're going to run the football. Number 10 for them is the real deal. And we knew that coming into the week that we had to stop him. And this is the type of game that Bostic loved to play, that you're going to run the football, I'm going to be in there. I think they getting their big tight end back, number 88, didn't get to play in the first 2 games, came back in this game. I think he brings that physical presence, which then sets up well for Bostic, and that's why he had a big game. That's why he was having a lot of tackles in that football game, and so he's a guy that if you're going to try to run the football, he's going to be in there, he's going to be in your face.
Let's take a look at the highlights. PC up 17-0. Then, as you say, Coach, your team got back to center. And it starts with Deshaun Jones getting some room.
Well, again, when they give number 11 time to get up the field, he's going to make a lot of people look bad.
And it sets up the wheel route, Burris to Joyner.
Great call by Mariani, great execution by the offense. And when you do that, great things happen in the red zone.
But you mentioned they miss extra point, and then this is just after that touchdown, the long run back.
We can't have this. So when you get the momentum, first of all, you got to get the extra point, and then second of all, you got to go down there and cover. So great job by Presbyterian opening that up for him.
This is what makes Elijah so special. He can scramble.
Well, 14 is a guy that got legs, and we got to use him, and he used them on that play.
Deshaun getting his. He ends up with over 70 yards. And then here it is, the wild camel, Austin Fleming.
Big Flim tried to get in there. They did a great job of stopping him at the goal line, but here we give it to Big Deshaun, and he plows over everybody to make that touchdown right there to get us on the board.
And then the two-point conversion, it cuts it to 10, but unfortunately Campbell no closer.
Oh, man, I tell you, great call, great execution on the two-point conversion. But again, we had our opportunities, and we did not cash in off of that turnover with the drop fumble on the punt return. We had an opportunity, didn't cash in, threw a pick, and then they got the momentum back.
Well, Coach, you mentioned this after the game. Gosh, you would have loved to get that victory against an FCS scholarship club and go to 3-0. You're 2-1, and it's all about conference. The Pioneer Football League conference play starts this Saturday night, 6 o'clock, right here at Barker Lane Stadium. A team that has won the conference before, Butler, comes into town.
Well, Butler is one of those football teams that you got to be ready to play. They are not going to beat themselves. If anything, they're going to make you beat yourself. And they're going to keep the pressure on you all game. They are well coached. They're a football team that plays hard. They play together. They look like one body the whole time. It's going to be a tough football game, but every team in the PFL looks like this. And so we got to come ready to execute. We got to do the things that we talk about. We got to win a turnover battle. We got to be able to win first down. We got to win the red zone, the green zone. When we get down there, or when they get down there, we got to keep them out of the end zone. We got to win field position. Okay, we didn't do those things last week, and that's why you lose the football game, and we got to win the big play battle. These are the things that we talk about. This is what we got to do against this football team, and we got to be mentally tough the whole game because they're going to put that pressure on you. Their offense is really, really good. They right behind us as far as total offense in the conference, and so our defense, we got to be ready. We got to be ready. They can run it. This quarterback, number 2, can make plays, and so we got to be able to stop him. And then their receiver, number 4. Listen, this man catch everything. One hand, 1 foot, it doesn't matter. He's going to catch the football, and so we got to know where he's at, out there. And then their defense plays together as one unit. And so it's going to be very difficult for us to move the football on a consistent basis. But if we do our deal, we play Campbell football, we'll be fine.
It's going to be a fun game. Boy, the last couple of times these two teams met, very, very close game. Last year it came down to the final seconds. We want to see you out. It's family weekend at the Creek. 6 o'clock, the final night game of the season. And then, folks, we'll talk about this next time, but Campbell, after this Saturday, goes on the road and plays just one game here at home in the next 41 days. So come see your Camels. It starts at 6 o'clock. And if we don't see you at the game, for Mike Minner, I'm Chris Amar saying we hope to see you next week on This Week in Campbell Football.